if you think of it, I probably got it. Welcome back to the stream, session 19 of Empty and Unknown with GM Jeremy. Take it away.
Hello, 19, and then the 19. The average 8, never mind. So our adventuring party has dealt with the Civil War. They've gotten some titles, and now they're into a new chapter.
I think I'd call it more of a civil conflict.
Yes, yeah, it wasn't more.
It was like one day.
Yeah. An uprising in a rebel. No, I don't know. Let's not call it a rebellion.
Yeah.
But you've been given some magical items, and y'all did. Yeah, that's right. I got those, and y'all tried those out. You have a couple days of downtime before you're ready to head out. It was immediately after. Oh, that's right. We had just finished up the meeting, basically, with the elders, and been given your titles and the magical items. You've also been told that you are free to enter or leave the grove. They would like some advanced warning, notification. Hey, we're leaving town, kind of thing. We'll be back. You know, the old folks want to keep up with you. You know, not that they're going to stop you or anything like that, but they just want to kind of know what you're off doing, or at least like when you might be coming back, kind of thing. Not so much what you're doing, just like you're going to be leaving and we'll come back in blah, a few days. Yeah, leave a note, something, till Sarah Bell, and by the time you're halfway there, she'll let everybody know. Leave a note with Jade, however. You've been given the location of a magical item called the Sundering Stone. It is in a ruins of an old town, prosperous village. The name of it was De Grand Tenal. Basically, and I'll type that out here in a second. Is a dwarven and elf village, meaning new foundation or new land, depending on who you're talking to. If it's a dwarf, it's the new foundation. If you're talking to an elf, it's the new land. But that was many moons ago. It was cursed, and now is infested with our book's name title, zombies. So by the Cranberries. That's what the name of our chapter is for this few sessions. And this will actually be a zombies part 1, maybe part 2 if we come back. This is a large multi-mapped area. So we'll be coming into areas and seeing particular buildings. Some will be in ruins and others will be not so much. And then you're like, hey, let's go over there. something pulls us into that direction of the town, or so on and so forth. So we'll get to it. You do know that the town has been cursed, so you do know that there will be undead of some type here. So you do have that foreknowledge.
Mhm. So, as part of getting ourselves together, is there holy water available?
A process for making holy water can be derived. It takes a couple days to make it, the druidic way. So a process of pouring water on the tree and collecting it. So you need to pour a lot more water than you can collect, really, and stuff. So it's a arduous process, but it can be done.
Hmm.
I mean, you're saying no one has to create or destroy the water? You just make gallons of water?
Gotta say, I am ready to go.
See? we got somebody who can just create gallons of water.
All right. So yeah, part of the process is that you have to create gallons of water. It probably is, considering it is a druidic way of creating holy water. So we can talk about who can do that process, and what kind of time frame and such. So let's talk about who has to do what. Oh,
Okay.
I lost that page. Okay, let's need that page. Okay, that's page.
So we had still 2 more days for the armor to be ready, and that's what we're
Well,
wrapping up those
that
2 days.
and Ashura needs to do some study,
Mhm.
and Banthor needs to do a day study. Yeah. So Banthor needs a day to study to level up, and then Ashura needs a day and a half to study to level up. You need 2 days for the armor to finish, and we also need 2 days for process with the water, holy water.
Okay, while they're
Kellum.
doing...
Kellum, oops, sorry. You
Go
don't
ahead.
seem to have anything on your list at all, Kellum.
Well, I'm getting ready to add something to my list.
Alrighty,
Unless you
Kellum.
have something.
No, outside of helping with the holy water, Necra doesn't have anything on her list, and then Banthor needs a day. But go ahead, Kellum.
I have 40 pounds of snake meat that I need to go ahead and process into jerky for the road, and with 40 pounds, there's 4 of us. I'll turn it all into jerky and give each member their own even split of it.
Okay. I don't know exactly the process of jerky making, and we don't have to get into it. But we'll say the 40 pounds shrinks down to 20.
Okay.
So
Because you do lose some
Yeah, lose 50%.
weight there and such.
Can I? Okay.
What?
Can I do, since you're saying we're losing 50% of the weight in the process, can I do a survival roll to reduce the amount that we lose in the process?
Sure.
All right.
Ready
when
Necker
you
can
are.
help you if
Oop.
Necker can help but I don't know exactly what Necker's doing. But I'm
got
going to leave that to her. So
I got a
you
20
do
on
your
it.
survival. You got. What?
I clicked the button way too quick.
Uh-huh.
I apologize.
No, that's fine. No, that's all right.
And it did not go over to roll 20 for some reason.
Yeah, I see that.
And the assist.
Not to outdo you, but Necker rolls a 27.
Well, it is one of those things that rangers are supposed to be actually useful for.
Right. So the two of y'all will, help put together dry salt rub, whatever, a process for jerking snake meat and cutting it into strips and blah. So that y'all will collectively, each person will spend a day in the next 2 days. So like a half a day on one day and a half a day the next, preparing the jerky. So you still have one more day. So it was 40 pounds originally.
48, because he had 40 and I've got 8.
Okay, 48.
Mm.
All right, so normally that would be 24. So we'll say 30.
30 in all? Okay.
Yeah, altogether. And a day's ration is 1 pound, basically, throughout the day and such. You could augment that with other things and stretch, that. But we could just say that's 30 days rations.
Okay. Then even split, everybody, before we go on the Adventure of the Ruins, should add 7.5 rations to your inventory. Which way should we round that, GM?
We can round up. We'll be fine.
Okay. So everybody add 8 rations.
Okay.
And then I can get rid of this finally.
And the rations are better than just, saying I have, 8 meals and stuff, because it's supposed to, last a long time. Adventuring gear,
Yeah.
for extended, travel. So, and it's just a standard, so we have it. And I think it's pound per pound, but I'm not 100% on that. Let's see. How much does rations weigh? Oh,
2 pounds each.
what's that? You said 2?
Yeah, it
Yeah, it
says
looks like 2.
2. It says 2 pounds.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. We'll just stick with what we got. It'll be fine.
Okay. All right. Do better next time, right?
Yeah. I mean, the 2 pounds. Unless we. You can make I don't know if you could do 2 different rations. Yeah, I don't think you can do two different rations. And make and customize the weight, but we'll just leave it as is. I know that might push some people close to encumbrance.
If you can always do a custom item that doesn't have any weight.
Yeah, it could just be snake meat. It's 1 pound. Snake meat rations. There we go.
Yeah. I'll do that on mine at least.
Okay. Especially if you are concerned about the weight.
Little.
Not very.
Depends on the individual. Yes.
The one with with negative strength.
I did put the name of the ruins or the name of the old town in roll 20. The Gruntanal. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I will just refer to it as the ruins.
The ruins. Yep. Like I said, it's a mixture of Dwarven and Elvish.
Can you put that name in Discord?
In roll 20.
Or
I'll put it in roll 20, but I'll put it
there
in
it is.
Discord.
Nope, never mind. I found it in roll 20.
Okay. The Grund means foundation or land or home, and Tanal is Elvish for new, basically.
Let's see if I
New ideas, or new land or new home, depending on which variation you pick that. I forgot what you call that, but when you put it on the front or the back of a name or something like that. So, anyhow, let's see. So you have the sending stones, and also Banthor, you've got a day that you can. Oh, I guess you can be doing if somebody has requested of you. You can do some holy water.
I was asking if there was any available, not.
There's none available. It's not like a thing that we normally have to deal with as undead, though. That's not exactly true. There is in the south of the grove. Sometimes, an undead creature will pop up here and there, but it's nothing like, a threat or anything like that. They usually haven't been able to find the village at all, though that may change, considering that there's new defenses up and such. So everything's kind of new. New government. New leadership, new defenses, lack of defenses. The tree has gotten bigger. Tree's got a girlfriend.
That's weird.
That's weird. Yeah, that's weird.
I mean, a tree.
Always just doesn't even give it a second. Yeah, that's weird.
Is it not?
Everybody needs somebody. Yeah.
A tree?
Yeah, all dryad.
I mean, it's not just a tree. I mean, it is.
I mean, yeah, there is the sack inside the tree that seems to have something growing in it, and it's, weird.
Uh-huh. So, in the workshop, there's two different things going on. There's the normal cocoon that's in the trophy room, but then there was a separate glowing mass in the workshop, basically, like basketball size with kind of like glowing tentacle, vines coming out of it, and these vines are slightly different than the standard vines that have been in the that you see, anytime the tree interacts with us. These are, you get to tell that they're different. There's nothing really the characteristics aren't, they're obvious, but they're just not, it doesn't really, do anything game wise or anything mechanically. They just look different from the other vines that are in the tree that are coming out of this basketball. They're lit up and of different texture and makeup. Okay, so Cullum and Necra, y'all spend, a day out of the, a half a day, say, stripping the meat and hanging it, and then at the end of the second day, y'all come and collect it and distribute it, and such. Do any other preparations to it? So you have the evening and the morning free. Banthor, do you want to spend the first or second day doing your studies?
I'll do the second day
Okay.
on the studies.
Okay. What would you do with the first day there?
I'd get some stuff set up, some healing potions inside the tree, and work on getting some water on the outside of the tree for holy water.
Okay.
And
All right.
dropping off the warhammer at the blacksmith.
Okay. So you're gonna drop off the warhammer at the blacksmith. He's not gonna be able to get around to it right now.
Yeah, no rush.
Because he is currently working on the armor. But when he gets around to it, what would you like him to do with this? You were thinking about a hammer and a sickle?
Scimitar.
I'm just playing with you.
That was 2 sickles.
Doing the whole bear thing, hammer and sickle. Sorry, keep going.
Either 2 sickles, a scimitar and a sickle, or a scimitar and a dick. But I think he was mainly wanting a scimitar. If he could do so too, but I don't think it's enough to do 2. So we would take a scimitar and a sickle, or a dagger.
Gotcha. Let's see. Banthor, are you currently using a scimitar?
I'm using a quarterstaff at the moment.
Quarterstaff. Okay, gotcha. Okay. All right. Scimitar times 2. Okay. All right. So you drop the warhammer off. He'll look into it. At least he knows he'll be able to do at least one weapon from it. So doing a scimitar is definitely feasible. He'll have to see what turns out from the rest of that iron, metal and such. It is a difficult metal, really hard. So it's going to be, it's going to take a good bit to get it heated and malleable and such. So it may take a little bit longer than standard weapon making. Let's see. Okay, so you said making potions. Okay. Let's see. So your proficiency is 3. Where did I have your back of the front? All right. Looking for my notes. Nothing here. Does anybody have a count on what herbs that they left at the workshop? Don't see. I know that some were left. I just can't remember offhand.
Did everybody end up giving their herbs to me? Because I still have those in my inventory.
Yeah, if I had any, I gave them to you because I don't know anything about collecting
Yeah,
herbs.
I'm pretty. I think I told you to leave it on your inventory until I wrote it down, but I'm not 100% on that. So,
Yeah, 'cause I haven't really touched them, and anytime anybody told me they gave me some, I was increasing the count because I've got
Okay.
about 100
All right.
total.
Thanks.
He's been hoarding them.
100 of the very, like not of each, but all together.
Right. Yeah, total. So I can give you individual counts.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and do that.
31 herb A.
Okay.
36 herb B.
Okay.
36 herb C.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty even cut there.
So you want me to just nix that from my inventory now?
Yeah, and I'll hold on to it here.
Done.
For the time that you're given, and the help of the workshop, you can make 5 healing potions.
I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay. That's going to tap us out almost. I'm going to leave some of the A and take most of the C there. So we'll have. Let's see. So we'll have 8 left of the A, and what's the math on that? 4 left of the C, and 36 B. So 8, 36, and 4. But that'll give us 5 healing potions plus the 2 that Jade had already given us.
And that includes mine. I'll divvy them up when we set out.
Gotcha. And during the 2 days, does anybody help Banthor with the holy water? And Ashra, you got like half a day. What you gonna do with your half a day? And then Nekra and Kellum, you still have a day.
Yeah, I'll help with the holy water when I'm done with this.
Okay. Go ahead, Ashra.
I'm thinking for a moment. Come back.
Okay. Nekra, anything the rest of with your day there? You could help with the holy water, or you can do something else.
I'll help. Though I was tempted to ask how many of the prominent members of the village I happened to scare the crap out of doing the sneaking around.
Necker wants to play Slender Man.
That's right. I forgot about that. So, are you sneaking around leaving notes?
It is exceedingly tempting to do the sneak up, attach something along the lines of a kick me sign, and then slip off. But no, I'll behave.
As much as you are, I gotcha. Right. Good.
I think for Ashura, for her last half of the day, she's probably going to just check in on Cerebella and also Sharpel. She does have snake leather, so she's probably going to drop that off to him.
Okay. All right. So you drop off some snake leather to Sharpel.
Mm-hmm.
Hang out with Cerebella. So Cerebella has kind of changed a little bit on her outlook. She says that there's a lot less pressure now. She was concerned about being the new village elder and such, and now she doesn't have to worry about that, which has actually changed her perspective a good bit. And now, she doesn't look as chaotic or feel as unstable as she was earlier. She doesn't seem to be worried about power so much. Not that, all her little ticks aren't gone, because, she just has lost, her father and such, but it seems like the big storm has subsided and such. So, though she is concerned about this dagger, and wants the dagger destroyed as soon as possible, but understands, that, there's need to keep it so that we can, try to get a better understanding of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
She's divided about what to do with Farian. She definitely wants to kill her, because in ways she feels that she's responsible for her father's death, if not directly, indirectly, by allowing or bringing in the evil to corrupt the village and such. So she wants, go ahead.
She would just say, do you think that the two situations are linked? The death of the elder and Farian. Definitely. In some way, I do believe it is. So she's just agreeing that, on some level, it is connected.
She's going to, keep up, the work looking for, who is responsible exactly, or how the strings all connect and such.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what she's going to be concentrated on until y'all get back, and ask if there's anything that you need, or the group needs in particular. Anything dealing with a tree or anything that you need work something to be worked on. Keep your hands busy.
Yeah. Well, Ashura would ask if you could collect more herbs and ingredients for Jade to be able to work on some potions while we're gone. That would be good. Keep an eye out for things. Keep your ears open. Or if you start to hear any whispers on the wind while we're gone. Don't know if Banthor's going to leave one of the sending stones with her. I'm not going to assume that or anything. So, but and sorry, what was that?
I did want to leave a sending stone with it.
Okay.
But just to play it safe, I want to have like a code word, so I know it's her sending the messages.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
and
smart.
then like a counter phrase that
Okay.
me and the party knows. Something nonsensical nobody would know about. Maybe, do you have a Geiger counter? Something like that.
And since sending is a 25 limit thing, if it's something like quick, like, the tree's on fire or something like get back to the village quickly, kind of just short phrase. Come up with things like that.
Okay. So y'all come up with a few phrases for emergency situation. Come back immediately. This is me. There's somebody listening while I am doing the sending. So 911. I call this war party. When somebody is listening into what you're talking about, is called a war party. Why I call it that, I don't know. I can't remember. But that was basically, back in the day when we thought our parents or somebody was listening. Hey, I'm just doing a war party, stuff like that. So, just weird, Somebody's listening. So take what I'm about to tell you with a grain of salt. Or read between the lines, kind of thing. 911, war party, and just general, this is me, or, it's me.
It's me, Mario.
So you'll have these three phrases, real short. We don't have to get into it. What you have: one for 911, one for somebody's listening in, and one for it's just me. And here's a general message, or whatever. So, and the "it's me" changes every time you use. So you come up with 5 different phrases for "it's me."
Assign the phrases to certain days of the week, or to how the moon is.
Yeah. So we'll do 7 different phrases, one for each day of the week, and such. So.
All right, works out. Ancho will also offer, when we get back, I want to help you through what happened exactly. I know we didn't have a lot of time to go over it. When you found your father, and when we questioned Farion, I have a way.
I was going to say, in dealing with her, Farion has been put in a torpor by the tree. She has been encased mostly by the tree, and the tree is holding her prisoner, and is not allowing anybody to take her from the tree, and is keeping her in a torpor-like state, a coma almost, such. So,
like suspended hibernation.
Yeah, he has not relinquished his thorny vines, so she is encased in the roots of the tree, maybe as a testament or statement, to the power of the tree, don't tread on me, kind of thing. So,
Which is also a good thing too. For the most part, no one can say yay or nay. What happens to her right now? Again.
and also, so we don't have to worry about doing an interrogation, and we can just here in a few moments, hopefully, be on our way.
But yeah, that's it for Ashra for her last like half a day.
Gotcha. Okay.
Other than that, she's gonna spend her time studying and training.
Sharpel says there's not much wine, but if you want to, you can share some wine now or wait till you get back.
Hold that for when I return. That's what she would say to him.
Okay. He reluctantly goes, okay, I'll stash this away and we can table that conversation.
It'll be all the sweeter once I return with more things for you to make into beautiful garments.
And I can't find my cursor. Life one of the
Come back and he makes a leather suit for her.
Out of the snake skin.
The snake skin. Just imagine the freaking what's her name leather suit, freaking from Avengers.
Oh gosh.
Black Widow.
Yes, Black Widow. Like what? What am I supposed to do with that shirt?
Put it on. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
What? Huh. Cool. Sweet. Huh. Oh, my computer is just frozen. Not doing anything. So, of course. Yeah. So I'm gonna reboot my computer because I can't do anything. I'm trying to do something for the last minute, and no cursor, no hotkeys are doing anything, nothing. So I'm gonna have to hard reboot this bad boy here. All right. So, what's that?
Oh, do you want to take a short intermission? Are you?
Yeah, I'm going to talk real quick, and then we can do that. Holy water.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you get 6 vials of holy water,
Interesting.
and that is an item.
Yes, it is.
Doing that will pick up some of the. All right, so you're left with 3 of the A herb. You take 1 piece of that herb per holy water.
Like half an herb, so like 2.
Yeah, just use a little bit of that in the steeping of the water. So to solidify,
like
give it a little color and smell. So can't just
the holy tea leaf.
You're right. Yes, it's holy tea water. So.
I can only find flasks of holy water.
Yeah, it's flasks of holy water. There.
Yeah, same difference, I guess.
But it's the same. Vial, flask. Flash just means you can throw and break it.
Yeah, that's basically what I mean by that. So
Yeah, because the flasks are you can use as improvised weapons. You're not supposed to actually throw vials. You
that would
can't.
be vial. Dun dun
Yeah.
dun. All right.
Gee, wait, hold on.
All right. So if that's, thank you, appreciate it. I'll be here all week. I believe that is all of our downtime. Oh, and then at the end of it, you get the armor. If you haven't already put those on your character sheets. And you're allowed to level up. And then taking long rest if need be. I don't really think anybody actually needs a long rest, but if so,
I think I hit the button last week, so I'm already all.
Yeah.
Yeah, all good to go.
Okay. Do you mind if we take a few minutes here then, as I'm still booting up?
Yep.
I'll checking that. So, yeah, you just have 5 minutes, and I'm gonna get some more water, use the bathroom, and then we'll pretty much just jump into us being there. If there isn't anything else that we need for, if you want, when we come back, we'll distribute, hand out any potions and stuff like that. But then, all right. Okie dokie. So 5 minutes. So 9:03, 9:05, something like that. All right. See you in a minute.
Okay.
Find the button. Nope. Before I leave, Maxie said that she could be persuaded to go with you.
Oh, of course.
Useful scout.
Typical mercenary cost, stuff like that. Yeah. All right, I'll be back.
Always trying to make a coin. Jeez.
Yeah, that's why
Well,
I
you
have
need to come with
mosquito
us.
rats up on.
I mean,
Yeah.
good scout to have someone who can get a bird's eye view of a situation, but also worried about what she may trying to pick up and bring along.
Also, she could be persuaded. How much platinum does she run off with?
She got those coins.
More than she weighs.
Yeah. Yeah, you remember how we conveniently forgot about all that money you just kind of flew off with? Yeah, there's no convincing. You're coming with us.
Remember how you conveniently forgot how you told us how you grabbed some of that metal, and we would have known. We could have known about. Yeah.
Question while we're on break, if that's all right with y'all. When y'all level up, do y'all just go to the manage character levels and just hit that drop down on whatever class you want?
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
you
it's
go.
not
You go to the manage XP first and add the XP in. Apply that. Then you go to the drop down box.
Yeah, that's what I did. I'm not sure if it's just Circle of the Moon Druids don't really get anything at level 3. Because it's not really telling me to pick spells or anything like that. So I'm just making sure I'm doing it right. Like
level 3, you should have access to second level spells.
Yeah, it told me I have access to them, but it's pretty much just I can upcast what I already have. It's not telling me to pick any new spells.
Because it's based on your wisdom modifier plus 1 is how many spells you can have prepared.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so once your wisdom starts going up, you can be able to add more spells.
Okay. Yeah, I'm used to playing wizard. That they get to, you just get to pick a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm. That being said, you can always prepare, any of the spells that you have access to. With you having access to second level spells, you should have access to one of my favorites, Pass Without Trace, which may be worth having, considering where we're going.
Yeah, let me take a look at the spell list. See, we just did a long rest, so I can swap these out right now.
Mm-hmm. If we're gonna go kind of sneaking around. Also, another question I wanted to ask: do you need like some oil? When are we going to deal with undead? You think gathering some oil would be good? Maybe making some Molotovs.
That was why I was thinking the holy water, but
I mean, holy water, yes, that's good too. I'm just thinking, like, other things we can just have on hand to use. Some oil, kind of, light them on fire. Holy water will burn them in a different way.
Yeah. Huh. Throw Pass Without Trace on the party, and Necro starts to almost sound like Z as far as stealth checks go.
Yeah.
Jeremy just put into Roll20 chat to take 10 oil.
10 oil? Okay.
Yep, 10 oil, he said.
Okay, 10 flasks of oil. We can split that.
Oil flask, okay. 10 each?
No, I think he means
No,
10
I think
total.
in total.
Yeah,
splits it.
sure.
So, 2 each with 2 left over.
Moonbeam.
So,
Anybody want to hold 2? I mean, I'll hold them if no one else does. The 2 extra.
Well, so I gave you how many holy water?
6 total.
So that's 1 each plus 2 extra. So with the oil, basically the same, 2 each with 2 extra. So one person could take a holy water. Well, 2 people could take an extra holy water, and 2 people could take an extra oil. If you split it evenly, with the group and such. So you have 3 in total. Whatever's. I mean, yeah. So 3 or 4. Yeah, 4. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. 1 holy water each. 2 oils each, and then 2 people get 1 more holy water, and 2 people will get 1 more oil. If you split it up evenly that way, so.
Unless someone wants to hold, more than that.
Yeah. If you don't want any holy water, and you're like, you can always, say, hey, you can hold on to that, or what have you. Split it out evenly. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Banthor being a druid, you can use your bonus action to hurl potions within a 30-foot radius. Other individuals would need to take an action to do so.
He's special.
Because you're a, cleric, druid, it's kind of like a special, kind of thing and such. Necra, she's able to jump up into trees quickly and hide, without taking a lot of time, and such. Kellum has a lot of battlefield control, able to use his might and things like that. And Ashra seems to have the buzzing of flies in her ear every once in a while. So she may be led by the game master or the forces that be, and such. So.
And has the wherewithal to stay in the back, away from those dangers.
We shall see.
She is no Z. Okay, so she will stay in the background when it comes to conflicts, battle conflicts, I should say.
Alrighty. So were you able to hand out all the potions and such? Has everybody got what they're looking for?
So,
As far as healing potions go, I've got 8. I'm told to just divvy it up. Everybody gets 2.
okay, so 2 potions of healing. Can do that. And as far as the holy water, I'll just take the 1, and y'all could decide who gets any extra.
Did we split the holy water initially?
Is it being split? I don't know. I'm not gonna say.
I don't recall how much we have at the moment.
6 total.
6 total. So it'd be 1 each with 2 left over.
I figure I'll only carry 1, and like whoever's actually better at throwing things should carry the extras. So I'm like a sure. I'll just take 1.
So 3 for Panther. I started with 1, picked up the second.
I mean, probably the one with the better decks to throw them. Yeah. Dex or strength, considering, because it's going to be an improvised weapon either way. So it'll go straight off the dex or strength modifiers.
Yeah. Sounds like I can bonus action throw it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about what's going to take to throw it as far as action goes.
Well, yeah, you can use it as a bonus action, so yeah, probably good for you. You should probably hold the oils too, then. The extra oils. Because if you can throw them, then I can light them on fire. They're being launched.
I don't mind if the holy water hits me in the back of the head, but don't hit me in the back of the head of the oil. And definitely don't hit me in the back of the head with oil and then a fireball.
Yeah, you hear the orangutan in the background. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I shapeshift, tell him, man, just watch your back, please.
It's like, oh, he's shapeshifting. I'm not the front line anymore. I am no longer the front line. And I'm going to get my bagpipes. They're in the back of the line.
Alrighty. So we have everything split up. Did y'all get your armor, the bracers?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
I will visit the blacksmith when he's supposed to be done with the armor. And then I will I'll wait till the evening. And I will tell Necra that, hey, I need to meet you, out on the edge of town at this such and such time. Of course, I won't show up because I'll be dropping the armor off in her cabin, and then I'll do something else until she gets frustrated and heads back to her cabin and finds this armor on a mannequin standing right in front of the door as she opens it.
okay. All right.
Ready to go.
You will give me a perception roll.
Okay. It's nighttime, so I don't have to worry about disadvantage, right?
Got it.
That is an 18.
Okay. So right before you step on it, you notice a booby trap as you come into Necro's adobe there, and you're able to kind of like do that weird step in midair and jump over it, because you're like, you're going to step on it or you're going to do something weird. So you jump over it into, her place, and you're like, okay, you got to take note of that going out and such. So you don't feel that you can disarm it without setting it off. And you're not sure what it. So, and you're not sure what it's going to do. So you're able to avoid it, but only barely earlier. So you set up the little mannequin and put the armor on there, and leap back out the door or window or what have you, and leave. But next time you come there, you'll remember to look before you leap and such. So
yes.
Actually, I probably should have just done it off your passive, and then have you walk into it. But that's okay.
Well, passive is 13.
Yeah, that wouldn't have got it though.
Not at all.
You would have triggered that one with a passive of 13. So.
Oh well.
Yeah, you barely. Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm not gonna do that.
I'm messing with you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. But so and you get Maxie to deliver the message, and she's even kind of on in the. She was gonna ask for payment, but then you told her what you were doing, and she was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, all right."
Yeah, she can hang out and watch Necra's surprise when she walks in.
Right.
Like, oh, there's this thing here.
You don't tell her exactly, but you're like, I'm gonna leave something. I got a surprise. I want her to be here. Keep her there for a little while, and then let her come back and such. So, and she, she's like, at first she was like, I want payment, and then you're like, hey, it's gonna be a surprise, a joke. So then she's like, okay, I'll go along with a surprise joke and such. So, Necra, Maxie comes and says that Kellum wants to hang out. Wants to meet up with you. I guess you would go and meet up with him, and y'all wait around for a while. She's just talking, and she asks you, and maybe even Kellum, if y'all have come up with a good payment for her to tag along and such. Damn it. I just left it over there. But she, after a while, she's like, "Oh, I guess he's not going to show up," or wait till you just get fed up. Whichever would be sooner.
Probably be sooner her getting fed up.
Yeah.
It's not patient.
I don't know if that'd take you.
Probably all of like 30 seconds. You're like, not here. Maybe Maxie bugs her for like another 30 seconds just to make a full minute before she just slinks off into the darkness again.
Hey, wait! You gotta hold on a little bit longer. I mean, it could be, About how long would you think you would wait?
Maybe about 5 minutes.
Okay. You wait
That's
around
long
for
enough.
5 minutes. Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. For the walk back and forth, and the time and such. So you wait around for a while. Maxie convinces you to wait another 5 minutes. And she's like, "Well, I guess he's not showing up. I don't know what he wanted, but okay. Well, I'm going your way, and she'll just tag along and wait till you get home and notice the mannequin sitting, with the armor. It doesn't have any, wonderful inlay or anything like that, but it is black, very lightweight, and seems to fit you well. It could be tailored a little bit better. But it's um yeah, bear trap, yeah. But it is a good piece of armor. Maybe the next time you come back or during your adventuring, you can have it set it up exactly to be the way you want it. But it's kind of just like neutral standard and such. You'll need to change it around a little bit so you can jump in the trees better, but um, it will take just over a day and a half to reach the ruins. Um, that being said, you don't encounter anything unusual or nothing that you couldn't just get out of. You spend most of your time trying to survey the area and move quickly to the designation. You feel that you're well prepared and ready to meet the day. Uh, does anybody have anything outside of that they're working on, doing, concerned about? I would like to, if the group is going to move quickly, to spend most of their time in, looking about their environment, basically, to be safe. That being said, anybody got anything they want?
All right. So
Alrighty.
as my
Go ahead.
level up with Ashura, I got a third level spell, and I'm going to start implementing the spell. It's called Invoke the Amaranth. Amaranth. That word. Anyway, 10-minute casting time lasts for 24 hours. And to put it simple, it is basically taking the Divination Wizard's Potence feature and making that into a spell. So I can roll 2d20s, hold on to those, and for the next 24 hours, I can use a reaction to change someone's results. Yeah.
And that could be a friendly or foe.
Yep. As long as they're
Yeah.
within 60 feet of me.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So I'm gonna
So
start.
basically, you wake up in the morning and cast it, or what have you?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
Then there's gonna
All
be a morning thing that she's gonna do.
Okay. All right. So let's just go ahead and give me 2d20.
Alright. 2. Those are all right. So some enemies are getting low numbers.
Right, a 6 and a 4. I saw the 10. And I was like, okay, what's the second one going to be? And then I looked over and I'm like, oh, wait a second, that is it, a 6 and a 4. Yeah, that's that's for the enemies right there. So
Mm-hmm.
favored enemies. Yep. All right. So anybody gets throttled really hard, you might get a save there, or a couple saves.
So basically, if any enemy rolls a crit, prepare for it not to be a crit. That's what that's for.
Awesome.
I'm also I'm gonna apply my meta magic distance spell to double the range of that. So it's gonna be, instead of 60, 120.
Oh, okay. Does that take any
A
sorcery point?
A sorcery
What's
point,
that?
yes.
Okay. All right. So what's that leave you with?
Right now, that would leave me with 4.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna apply that ahead of time. That way, during the thing, you can be like, no, you can't do that.
No, I really appreciate that. That's cool. Anything else? And as I describe what you're getting into, y'all can amend anything, and such, because you'll have time to react to things before they happen.
Thank you, Ben. I thought I was going to say something.
Yeah, just want to let you know I swapped out some spells during that long rest. So,
mm-hmm. Very good.
If you hear some new stuff, it's above board.
All right. So you could change out yours, with when you do a long rest. Okay, gotcha. All right.
Yeah, that does for me then.
Kellum, are we marching to a beat of a different drum?
Actually, no, not that one. Hold on. Here we go. War drums.
All right. So you let Sarabella know that you're going to be off today, and headed towards the ruins of De Grande Canal. And you make your way with your drums beating. Some of the villagers hear you and wave goodbye. You pretty probably started at one of the outside residences. So people from afar might wave at you or, holler out and such. Even with the drums a beating, it seems that the forest is calm, and you're able to reach the outskirts of the ruins after a day and a half of travel. From a distance, you see a grand village, a town, where time has stood still for a moment. That being said, it is in ruins. Buildings are crumbled. Some are no longer standing. They've crumbled all the way to the base. there had to be 10,000 people possibly living here. And from a distance, you can see different areas, and you can see a few buildings that stand still. A church in the distance, a large court or a place of law, like an official town hall type building. And then you can also see a large manor house with a few buildings and an accompanying land that seems to be. It gives you an icky, dreadful feeling when you look at this manor. The land, you can tell, even from far away, has been tainted or corrupted in some way. From your direction coming into the ruins, you're in farmland area. There's a few farmhouses here and there. But you come up to a large complex of buildings, being a windmill, a large manor house, for being out in the countryside almost, and a few farmhouses that are fallen into disrepair, decay. Some of the roofs have fallen in. The windmill is battered and torn. Only one complete blade on it. It spins around a little bit, making a weird, eerie noise, clanking and whistling in the wind. As you approach the farmhouses, Vanthor, you get a prickling sensation on your neck. You could feel eyes on you, as if something is watching you. Nekra, you hear some movement from one of the houses close to you. You're some 150 feet away before you walk up upon this farmstead. Is there anything that you would like to do before you move past or through this area?
I'd like to suggest we're going into city here. I think we should pick one of these buildings on the outer edge of these ruins, set up a small camp. We'd be here for a while and may need a place to retreat to.
The place that you're supposed to be going to is the city hall building.
Mm-hmm.
You do see that in the distance, but depending on what happens, it may take you some time to negotiate your path between here and there.
Kellen's just thinking, do we want to be carrying our full packs, like the combat gear we got, plus our bed rolls and everything else, while we're trying to aggressively diplomacy our way through?
It probably would be a good idea to do something like that. Make a camp somewhere, be it in a building or out in the wilderness. Because
at least one of those farmhouses.
It will take it may take you some time to, like I said, navigate from the outside of the outskirts of the city, the town, to the city building, or anywhere else for that matter.
That's one of the.
Banthor does announce, just in case you didn't see it, Banthor does announce that he feels like you're being watched.
Oh, okay. He does inform us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's farmhouses, what sounds like a windmill, and a small country manor house.
Like it's twice as big as the other farmhouses.
Okay.
These farmhouses are like 2-story. When I say 2-story, it's like a loft. But the other one was a 2-story building. It is mostly just a 1-story building, with the second story has been collapsed. And so it looks like there was a large farmhouse with four smaller farmhouses there. So a large farm, a windmill, so they might have done wheat and such.
All right.
Or something that they needed, a grindstone or something like that.
I say we pick one of the smaller farmhouses to put up a little quote-unquote expeditionary camp to operate from as we explore the ruins, making our way to the city hall. Unless the rest of you think that's not worth the time. I'm hearing crickets over here.
I think people are just trying to figure out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to...
I was muted. Yeah.
Somebody was muted.
Yeah, finding a spot to be able to retreat to, if needed be. If we could find one of these places that looks decently stable.
Yeah, I was about to ask about in what condition do these farmhouses seem to be in.
Well, we got to consider two things: stable and uninteresting to anybody else.
The small houses are much more dilapidated than the larger house, and the windmill seems to be the structure itself seems to be sturdy. The windmill is busted, but the structure is definitely sturdy. Made out of all of this is the thing that is made of stone, mostly made out of stone.
Makes sense. It's the one thing they need to keep running to keep the farm going.
Right, yeah. Everything else, the small manor houses have some stone. The small farmhouses have some stone in them. That's really the only thing, the base structure up to the windows, is stone, and then the rest is made out of wood. So the top part of these buildings have all, there's no roofs on them, and some of the walls you could just, leap over, kind of thing. That being said, the large farmhouse seems to be constructed a lot better, and just the top floor has caved in, and the bottom floor seems to be sturdy.
So a glance at all this would indicate that the only two buildings that would provide any kind of actual shelter is the large farmhouse and the windmill. Is that an accurate assessment? Okay. Then which one looks like it would be the most, because between the two, both of them are like, if scavengers came through, both would be interesting, but which one would be less interesting? Which one looks more scavenged than the others, at least from a distance here?
You would assume that the farmhouse, the doors have been knocked off, The windows busted and things like that. So it looks more ran through and such.
Mm-hmm. I'll turn to the others and say, if there's any other company that comes through this way, they would probably target the windmill over the farmhouse. Farmhouse looks ransacked already. People have already gone through
and
it.
you could see the windmill from a distance. So as well.
Yeah, the windmill will attract more people. We stand a better chance of, while we're not here, of our stuff being undisturbed in the farmhouse. And then when we are here, we stand a better chance of being undisturbed, or at least having a better warning if somebody comes through, because they'll probably target the windmill first.
All right. Well, we can clear the house, the manor house.
Yeah.
See what we find.
Yeah. I would agree. Let's start with that manor house. But this would be a good place to keep our stuff laid low.
Yeah.
And we can get to it quickly if we need to.
All right, Kellen will take the lead. Instruments put away, weapons drawn, and slowly just go through, keep an eye on these smaller farmhouses here as it moves forward.
Okay.
Definitely, Ashran is holding a fireball. If something wrong jumps out, she's going to be ready to blast it.
Okay.
Oh, I see them popping up already.
Yep. So as you start to approach the area, two very gaunt zombie-like creatures come out of the rubble. One at this building to the west, and then the first building to the east. One is coming down the stairs from the east, out of the rubble there, and one is coming up from underneath the door at this other house.
I will. The moment I see them, I will Eldritch Blast one at each of them.
Okay. One at each, you say? Okay.
Yes. This one first.
All right, go for it.
I will also launch the firebolt I was holding.
Okay.
Does a 12 hit?
It does not.
Does not. All right. The second one.
The 12, it bounces off the armor, or whatever. It hits them, but it bounces off and flies off into the rubble.
All right. I'll fire at the other one now.
Okay.
21.
Yeah, that smacks them right in the face.
Oh, 1 damage?
For 1 point of damage.
Oh,
Does force damage? All right.
Yeah, force damage. I don't have a plus to my damage. No, I don't.
No, you need agonizing blast to add your charisma to your damage for Eldritch Blast. The invocation agonizing blast lets you add your charisma modifier to your damage.
I thought I had a plus to my damage at one point in time. I could be remembering wrong, but I thought I did. Maybe I was just rolling better back then. So anyway, after doing that and seeing what happened on that first one, I'll turn to the others. Like they got some kind of armor. Choose your shots wisely.
That was a 20 for me to hit with 7 fire damage.
Okay. Which one? East or west?
East.
Yep. You said 7?
Yep, 7.
Callum, you noticed that the Eldritch Blast. What's the? Hold on. Yeah, the Eldritch Blast seemed to do more damage than you had expected it to do.
Okay.
Even though it was weak, it seemed to do more damage.
Okay.
Necra and Banthor, you have a free action as they are climbing out of the rubble. Anything?
Try to shoot the one two coming down the stairs,
Okay.
and
So are you an edgelord now? Are you did you Gloomstalker?
yes,
What time of day is it? By the way,
So it is early in the morning.
Okay, it's daylight.
And this, it is daylight. And you're not we're kind of out in the open at a farm. So we're not.
It's fine.
We're not in direct sunlight as of yet.
We have to find shading for two people in the party. So one's not handicapped, and so one gets advantage.
Well, when we get into the town,
don't have any.
There's going to be a lot more buildings on top of each other and rubble and such. So.
Just imagine every time we get into a confrontation or some type of conflict, it's Ashura and Banthor looking around like, where's the other two? Oh, they're hiding in the corner over there.
They're in the shade. Okay, Necra and Banthor, anything for y'all?
Does this qualify as the first round of combat, or the first turn of combat, or is this a surprise round?
I guess the way they're doing surprise rounds is it's technically the first round of combat.
Alright. So. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. That didn't do anything, did it?
No, an 8, no.
Alright, so take the attack action, one additional attack as part of that action, deal an next one. Okay.
Get an extra attack.
13, that hits.
Okay.
Meets it, beats it. So Kellum, you barely missed it earlier.
Oh, well.
And because of...
Yep, you're
Red ambush.
malicious.
Alright. 9. So that's 13.
13 damage to the one on the stairs, yep.
Okay. So you notice that it doesn't do as much damage as you thought. But that being said, the zombie creature falls, crumbles to the floor.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting note.
And Banthor, anything for you?
Real quick, would Kellum have mentioned the extra oomph of its Eldritch Blast?
No, I was focused on making sure you guys knew they had extra armor. What appeared to be extra armor at the time.
I mean, would the rest of us have noticed that? Because, like, Ashra was paying attention, and she's shooting these things too. So we know, like, she knows. Well, yeah,
she knows. She knows. With a passive of 10,
I hate having a low whistle.
I know, right? What did you do? Oscar?
Firebolt.
And which one did you firebolt?
The east. I believe.
The one in the stairwell. Okay. So you didn't see the other one because you were more concentrated on that one. So you wouldn't have noticed that. Banthor, you would have noticed that the Eldritch Blast seemed to. You noticed that the Eldritch Blast was weak, but that it seemed to do more damage even though it was weak.
Okay. Freaking druid with high wisdom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his passive is up there. His passive is 16, so.
I'm gonna light this thing up with Eldritch Blast.
All right, go for it.
Those beams.
He's like, I can do that too. Pew, pew.
21 to hit, and 7 damage. You hit the undead creature, and it shatters in a spray of armor and bones and such.
Okay.
Bubble tapping it with the final Eldritch Blast, right?
Yeah, you could hit it again, and it'll turn to dust.
Banthor with the double tap. I just gotta make sure.
Yeah. Do I gotta roll the hit, or does that just happen?
No, you're like, whoa, and then just the other one flies out of your hand, hits it as well, and you destroy the bones and into dust. With that loud explosion, almost not loud, but loud enough.
Mm-hmm. We attract them all.
Four more zombies stand up, and we need to roll initiative.
Roll good, roll good. Yes! Finally.
Okay. So tracker is. Yeah, I'm on that. Alright, fine.
Remember to click your token and then hit initiative. That being said, I'll put you on there as a 20.
Yeah.
Yep, no worries.
20.
I forgot. Different system. I should have said, click on your tokens and roll initiative. So, Astra, what'd you get?
17.
All right.
It's not bad.
Nope, not bad at all. Necro, what happened?
Well, if you want, I could roll initiative a second time. But
No. I'm just asking you what happened. That's all.
I got a 3.
Yeah, I see that.
Don't complain too much. You got a +4.
Yeah.
Yeah, good old Gloomstalker. Get to add your proficiency to your mission.
Yeah. Wisdom modifier.
Oh, wisdom. Yeah, wisdom modifier. Yeah, so a reason to
All
bump
right,
up your wisdom.
Banthor, you're on top of the round. What you got?
Got line of sight to these two here.
Yes, you have. You do have line of sight. The walls aren't, all the way. So when they stand up out of the rubble, you can see them and stuff. So
Okay.
everybody has line of sight to all of these. There is no breaking. Nothing that's going to break line of sight.
All right. I'll Eldritch Blast. I'll split them between these two.
Okay. We'll do the top one first, plus this one. 22 hits. And give me a second. It strikes the undead creature and blows a large chunk of bones and armor flying off to the side. It staggers and turns his head to you. Still standing, but barely. Do you want to hit the other one or continue with that one?
No, I'll hit the other one.
All right, sounds good. That 11.
11 to hit.
Yeah, that's going to be a miss. Any movement? Bonus action?
Nope, I'll hang back here.
Okay. So as you gather your energy and sling out these green bolts of force, one smacks the first one, almost destroying it, and then the other one flies off and hits the wall. Both of them turn their full attention to you and the group, and kill them. You can click your token and hold it, and hit Q, and it'll give you movement that way.
It did not.
Interesting.
Did I click? You say click and hold?
Yeah, click and hold and hit Q.
Do I hold Q?
No, you just hit Q while you're holding. It did it for me. On your token.
No. I mean, I can move the token, but it's not giving me measurements.
Interesting.
That way.
Okay.
But what I saw was like 6 squares is the 30 feet.
Yeah.
If that's right.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I'll move up to there. And I will. So Banthor went after the ones over here, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
I will focus on the ones over here. I'll go for this one first.
The one closest to you?
Yep, one closest to me for a 19.
Okay, that's a hit.
All right. I will hit him, and I will use Hadar's Grasp, bringing him 10 feet towards me.
Okay.
And then the second one towards the zombie behind him.
All right.
18.
The first one, that's a hit. The first one kind of crashed over a wall and took a little damage on the way towards you.
Okay. That was the idea.
Gotcha.
But and then I will also use Hadar's Grasp on this one, along with the damage here of 3.
All right.
Trip and smack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it the same. It pulls it over the wall, hitting there, and then smacks up against the other one, other wall. Stumbles a little bit and catches itself and starts to climb over the wall.
Okay.
That was your movement and action bonus.
As movement action. Yep. Bonus. Oh, what can I do for bonus?
Not too many things, but
yeah, not too much. Nothing I want to use right now. No.
Okay. All right.
If it's okay with you, I'm going to play around with the Q button thing while doing other stuff.
Yeah. That's fine. I can pretty much tell where you're at. So.
Yep.
You're 30 feet away from that zombie. So.
Oh, I do have to hold Q down.
Oh,
start
okay.
with. Yeah. So what I did, I clicked on it, hold down Q, and then start moving, and then you can let go of Q.
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, you have to start moving while you're holding Q. My apologies.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
Okay.
It's trial and error.
Astra.
Astra is going to throw a sacred flame out, and the one that Banthor was hitting. Let's see how that does against it. So need a Dex 15.
All right. The one that he hit or the one he missed?
The one he hit. Let's see if we can take it down.
Okay. And what's the distance on that? Yeah.
60.
You're at 80 feet.
I'm at 80 feet. I will move 20 feet closer.
Alright.
And then do that.
220. They're good.
Alright. I cannot look at the thing because it is strobing right now, and I'm not trying to have a stroke.
Okay. And, does that work better, or is it still being a pain?
Okay, and stop for now. Oh, nope. No, it didn't. It tripped me. It'll stop for like a second and then just start flashing. Anyway, yes. Dex 15.
Oh, okay. 20.
Okay. Well, that didn't work. That is all I can do
Okay.
for now.
All right. Any bonus action?
No. No bonus.
Anything else with your movement? You moved 20.
I'll stay right there so I'm within range, but not too close.
Gotcha. Yeah. Necra and Banthor are close to you, so Kellum has marched out in front. But that's alrighty. My turn.
Mm-hmm. How far is Kellum from when he marched off?
He's like some 20, 30 feet in front of you.
Okay. Still within range. Alright, everyone's still within range of my reactions. So.
Yeah, I'm exactly 30 from you.
I'm trying to kind of keep she's gonna keep herself centered so that she can, in case she needs to pop the reaction, she's right there. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, she's good. Right there.
So they all charged you. Kellum, only one of them has an action.
Okay. Did they go
this
on top
one-
of me somehow?
Yeah.
Come again? Yeah, they three
Okay.
of them dashed. So they don't have an action to attack you.
Okay.
But one of them was able to. What's that?
Go ahead. I was looking away and I looked back. My token was missing. I was confused.
And then one of them was able to just move, so you're going to be attacked by one of them.
Okay.
On 11.
No.
No. Oh, wait a second. It has advantage. Yeah, I crit.
What?
No, it's a 6.
All right. So yeah. I was about to hit you. All right. Okay. Well,
So she uses her reaction and she turns her head, her eyes glow, and she shakes her head, nope.
and the undead creature misses greatly with a short sword in its hand.
So, aside from knowing that Ashura had cast that spell earlier before we ventured in here, is there any indication in this combat? Because Kellen's obviously not looking at Ashura at this moment. See that, but is there any indication to Kellen that this was an attack that was really about to hit and then suddenly just fumbled?
I don't know. Astra?
I think it was. So, unless you're looking at Ashra to see her eyes glowing, you wouldn't tell that she's done anything. But from the attack, you would see it was about to hit, but all of a sudden, it's like it just skewered just a bit to miss.
So, at least some indication. So Kellen was sitting there thinking, well, maybe that used up one of the abilities, or one of the uses. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Just he's trying to stay aware of things.
All right. You might have heard her say nope. But she didn't say it loudly.
Yeah. I mean, I'm judging depending on. I'm trying to well, is it enough for him to say something right now, or is he maybe say something later? And I think right now it's probably a later until it's a little bit more obvious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's not making it too obvious. Again, you have to pretty much be paying attention to her to notice she's doing so.
Oh, no. This is not good. Okay. All right. During their turn, you notice that 4 more undead creatures are coming out of the rubble. 2 at the farmhouse to the southwest, and then Kellum, the building directly to the west of you. 2 of them crawl out of the rubble.
Okay.
Necra.
All right. $30, and then Bamf.
Okay. Bonus action.
Yeah.
All right. Necra runs over towards the building, gets right up to it, disappears for a moment, and reappears next to the 2 zombie undead creatures that were crawling out of the rubble. And I'm guessing swings her sword.
Yeah, and because of reasons, half damage on everything till my next turn.
Yep, resistance to everything.
Oh, you have resistance. Okay, all right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. 17 will hit.
And it's this one.
Got it.
That is disappointing.
4 points of damage there.
Thanks.
Good. And then bonus action attack.
Bonus action has been used to Bamf.
Oh, that's right. That's right. My apologies. Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. Top of the round. That was it for you, right? Movement, bonus action, action. Okay. Top of the round. Banthor and the rest of the group as well. From near the windmill and the large manor farmhouse, kind of up this hill to the south of you, you hear. That's my worst attempt at a bear. So you can hear the sounds of a wounded or distressed bear in the distance.
Does Bantho just perk up to that?
Yeah, and Banthor, you know immediately that this does not sound right.
Ooh.
That being said, Banthor, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna use my movement to. Yep. No.
Right in front of Oscar. Okay.
Yeah. And just gonna shout something big that away. And cast Eldritch Blast on these two here.
Okay. All right. Eldritch Blast. Okay.
And let's do the top one first for that
All right.
roll.
10 misses.
And second one's here.
$14, that's a hit. 7 points of damage. That one gets eviscerated as the Eldritch Blast, green blast comes and hits the undead creature. Kellum, you are peppered with bits and pieces of armor and bones as this undead creature just explodes in a green blast.
At least I didn't get hit in the back of the head with anything.
Right?
Better.
Danger close. Danger close.
Well, I mean, he hasn't changed into a monkey or anything yet, so.
It doesn't mean it has to be the monkey that does it. I mean, it's still technically him under the monkey, right?
Yeah, but it's more likely to happen.
More data is needed.
That was your movement and action. Anything for your bonus?
Nope.
Okay. Alrighty, Kellum. You target rich environment.
Yes, it is. I'm liking it.
Let's see. The one directly to the east has been damaged. The one below it has been slightly damaged. And the one to the west. My apologies. Okay. I do that often.
Unless I'm under the wrong one.
No, yeah, I am. Yeah. So the ones to the west, the one closest to you has been heavily damaged, and then the one to the west, underneath it, is slightly damaged, and the one to the east is fresh.
Okay, so the one on top of me is undamaged. Unless my token is wrong, I was underneath. Oh, they surrounded me? I thought I was under.
Yeah, they surrounded you.
Okay. All right. Well, that changes my strategy entirely. Because this whole time I thought I was under him.
No, they did not dogpile you. So, my apologies. I don't know what happened there.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to try and stick with my strategy as best I can here. But I do have a question. Can I Eldritch, since I have two beams of Eldritch Blast, can I do one move and then the other one?
I don't have a problem with that.
No.
You know? Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay. Then I would like to Eldritch Blast this one first.
I guess the only thing is Eldritch Blast going to be at disadvantage?
Why,
what do you think?
Yeah, I think you hit the wrong button.
I did hit the wrong button. I did unaffected.
But hold on for a second. Would Eldritch Blast at melee range be considered a disadvantage?
That's disadvantage because you're trying to shoot range when someone's.
Oh, right. I was not thinking of that part.
If you move without disengaging, they will get an opportunity attacks.
Yeah.
And then disengaging will take your action.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna use my swords.
Okay. All right.
Still targeting the same one.
The one that's fresh.
Yeah, the one fresh to the east.
Got it.
Long sword first. Oh, that was so close to a crit. 25.
That's a hit.
Then here comes the damage. 10 damage.
All right. You hit it with your sword, breaking off chunks of metal and bone, almost destroying the undead creature.
Almost destroying it.
Yes.
Okay. Then I will do Divine Dagger 19 to hit
All right. Hit.
for 6 damage.
Okay. And that finishes off the creature. It falls into a pile of bone and armor.
Okay. Then I want to move to there, which means this one and this one will get an attack of opportunity.
Correct. Oop, 23.
23 does hit, yep.
7 piercing
7 piercing, okay.
and a 14.
14 does not hit.
Alright.
You can reaction Hellish Rebuke. You want?
Yeah, on the one that hit me,
All
I'm
right.
gonna get Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. What do we do?
Arthur
Dex
Brown.
save.
Being damaged.
Okay.
Yeah. Dex save. Where's my dex save? 12.
Oh, I save.
Yeah, you save, but the difficulty is 12.
I rolled a 7.
So full damage.
Where is the damage? 2d10.
Ooh.
2d10 fire.
I'm just gonna get that X button ready.
Let's see here. Slash roll 2d10. 13 damage.
It goes up in a woof of flame, and ash and bits of armor fall to the ground.
Alright. Sweet. That'll be it.
Alrighty. Ashra.
Alright.
Pelham is finished off 2 of the undead creatures, leaving one standing there. Necra is fighting 2 inside the farmhouse closest, so kind of closest to you. And there's 2 more in the far farmhouse, from 60 feet away, crawling out of the rubble.
Okay. Try. Can I see? I can see Necra and the 2.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can see Necra and the 2 that she is fighting.
All right. I'm gonna launch a firebolt towards one of them. Trying to give
Okay.
some assistance on there. 21.
Okay.
To hit.
Well, that's a hit.
And, 10 fire.
Alrighty. With the damage that's already taken, Necra, the skeleton, the undead creature that you're fighting, falls in a heap of bones and armor as a bolt of fire comes flying from behind you and strikes the creature in the chest, destroying it immediately.
Alright. That'll be it for her. She'll hold her spot.
All right. From around the corner of the large farmhouse, you see a form, a large bear, run around from the back of the windmill and start charging towards the group.
Does it look
Something seems
undead?
to be. It definitely runs with a weird gallop, as if one of its legs is almost not moving well, and seems to have two ghastly riders on its back as it charges forward. Yes, it when it gets to that location, Kellum, you look up the road and you can see that from at that distance that yes, it is an undead bear with two skeletal warriors riding on it.
I'm gonna. Seeing that, Kellum's gonna like, somebody get some of that oil ready as he's continue to try and keep these zombies from getting to the squishies.
There's a small building out front of the large farmhouse where a couple of undead creatures crawl out of as well. But yeah, this large bear comes running down the road, hollering as blood and gore and foam comes out of its mouth.
Banthor, up to it.
Banthor, as you look up and see this abomination running towards you, you can see that it has armor and a saddle as well. The armor covers the head and the shoulders and back corners of the bear as it is charging the group. So not only is it a bear with two skeletal riders, it has armor as well.
All right.
Kellum, as you look at this and see the saddle and the two skeletal riders, you figure that this beast must have been used as a mount.
Okay.
That being said, we have Necra. You are being attacked by this one. Ooh, a 22.
That'll hit.
5 points of piercing damage as it stabs you with a dagger and looks up at you afterwards. As you look down at the undead creature, you can tell that it is some kind of skeletal remains and such. Probably of a woman. It seems to have gathered bits and pieces of clothing and maybe a piece of armor here and there, and put it on its body, and has a rusted dagger that it's attacking you with.
Okay.
Kellum, a zombie, as you can tell now, a skeletal undead creature with stacks of multiple layers of clothing and bits and pieces of armor here and there, staggers towards you with a short sword and swings at you.
Okay.
And gets another crit.
Oh my goodness.
Nope.
Okay. You used your second one? All right.
Mhm.
Again, at the last moment, the blade uh, shoots to the side as fate has seemed to step in and keep you from being critically injured. It was going straight for your throat, and at the last moment, it veered away.
Out of character. Thank you so much. I hate getting critted.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 points of damage. So,
Yeah.
It's really why I chose this spell to go with over the many other ones I wanted. It was like, this will be great to avoid crit.
Yes. I think it's awesome.
Yeah. Still not as funny as the other campaign like 2 weeks ago. The only time he got a crit on anybody was somebody in the admin team.
yeah.
I'm critting on the people that couldn't be critted.
Yes.
It was wonderful.
Yeah. It really made my day. It's also making my day is I cannot find my last nicotine pod, and I want nicotine. Oh well. I guess I'll have to find it later. It's not too late. All right. So Kellum, the rest of the zombies rush towards you, but don't have enough action to do anything. They just are now encircling you, ready to pounce upon you their next turn.
Okay.
Nectra, pulling up the rear.
Alright, well, let's see. One swing. Okay,
Oh.
not good enough.
That misses.
And with the other hand. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh no.
Hey,
So you swing your.
No.
don't forget, we have inspiration at the beginning of each session now.
We do, yes.
Mm-hmm.
True.
I forgot to mention that earlier.
Yeah, I'll keep
You want
it.
to hold on to that till we get to the bear?
That would be probably a good idea.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. In this cramped quarters with beds and furniture, with the skeletons attacking you, you can't get a good footing or get a good swinging arc, and you're unable to make contact with the skeleton in front of you. Did you want to move or use your bonus action? Oh, you used your bonus action. Did you want to move?
Not really.
Alrighty. Banthor, what you got for us? The zombie bear is some 130 feet away from you.
Now from here, so pop up right here.
Okay. I was like, I know there's probably something at 120 feet you wanted to use.
Mm-hmm. So
Would that be Witch Bolt?
yeah.
Oh no, that's not
I'm
120 feet.
going to- Yeah,
No,
it's
that's like
Eldritch Blast or nothing. So I'm going to use both Eldritch Blast Rays to target the bear, specifically trying to hit its bad leg.
Okay. All right.
$15 to hit.
You fire the Eldritch Blast, targeting the leg, and hit the ground right beside the leg, almost hitting it, but not quite.
again.
With the 16, you hit the leg and do 10 points of force damage. It stumbles for a moment, but is able to stop itself from falling prone. But you do notice a weakness in the beast.
All right, I'll just shout out real quick which leg it is.
Okay.
Bad leg.
Targeting something like that makes the target number higher, but not unaccomplishable. But still doable. There we go.
And I'm just gonna move on back, and that'll be my turn.
All right. Kellen, you have another target-rich environment. The one to the east. Yeah, the one to the east has taken a little damage. The west.
Okay. West.
West. Gummit.
So west has been damaged. Middle and east are fully healthy.
Correct.
Okay. Well, I will target the one to the west to begin with.
All right.
With my long sword.
Okay. All right, go for it.
As a 15 to hit.
All right, you swing your long sword and hit the skeleton.
9 damage.
Doing 9 damage to it. It falls to the ground in a heap of bone and armor.
Okay. Then I will target the middle one
Got it.
with my bonus action, the daggered.
Gotcha.
That is a dirty 20
That's a hit.
and 6 damage.
Alrighty.
And with that one, hold on. No, maybe I can't do that. Okay, so help me out here, guys, because the way this is described, it feels like I could do this. You brandish the weapon used in the spell's casting and make a melee attack with it against one creature. Could I not
green
use
blade.
it with my...
Green blade. Yeah, is that flame blade or what is that? Green flame?
Booming blade.
Booming blade. Yes. As an attack, you can do that.
I mean, yes. It's still casting a spell, so you would only... I mean, unless Jeremy allows it, that would be your action.
Yeah, your action, and then your bonus action would be the bonus action. So it has to be on the action attack.
Has to be on the action attack. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Then it won't be here. All right. So how badly did I injure this one? How is he looking?
So he's wounded. Another hit like that would bring it down.
Okay. Probably gonna hate myself for this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna move to there. They'll both get action attacks of opportunity, I reckon.
Okay. $19.
That hits.
6.
6 damage.
And a 14.
Does not hit.
All right. How you looking there? You are you wounded?
Not quite half.
Okay.
Action surge.
Ah.
And Eldritch Blast into this one. 18 to hit.
It hits.
For 2 damage, but repelling blast, pushing him 10 feet into the other one.
Okay. All right. When you do that, that's enough to destroy it as it hits the other skeletal creature.
Okay.
The other one doesn't take any damage really, but you were able to destroy that one.
Well, he's getting the second beam of Eldritch Blast.
Right. Yeah.
11.
Yeah,
Inspiration
that's-
for reroll?
You can.
Actually,
Yes.
do I want to use it right now? I may need to save it for the. Hold on.
Did he prone the second one when he knocked the other one into it?
That's a
Yeah.
good question.
Yeah.
Prone. Okay. I will not use my inspiration.
Okay.
I rolled it, my lucky dice over here, and it told me not to.
Got it.
So yeah, that'll be the end of my turn.
Alrighty. Astra, the Kellum using his extra actions here, throws a green beams at the skeletal warriors, hitting one and then slinging it into the other, knocking it down and destroying one. Also, he's taking down one of them with his blades. So there's one right there with Kellum and one with Necra. And of course, there's two to the far south and the bear running straight towards the group.
Yeah, how far off is that bear?
Some 130. Let's see. From you,
40 away from me.
Yeah, he's 135, 140.
Okay, 130, 140. Shoot. Can wait till it gets closer before I do that. So, I will sling a firebolt at the. The one that is near Kellum. Yes, that one. Try to free him up from that. Oh wait, that one's prone, isn't it?
Yeah, it's prone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't because that would be disadvantage. The one towards Necra then.
Alright. Yeah, and that would free up Necra, so.
Yeah. Okay, so firebolt, where'd you go? There. Nope, that is an 11. I don't get
Oh.
it.
Sorry.
It's alright.
So you swing out a firebolt. It's a near miss for the skeletal creature, but some of the bedding, actually the bed next to you, Necra, starts to catch on fire.
Oh, let's see. What is the, You know what? Yeah, I'll go ahead. You know what? Spiritual weapons. Let's throw these hands. Spiritual weapon, twin cast to double both hands pair. Let's make one. Can I make one appear next to the one next to Kellum and the other one next to Necra?
Okay. So you used an action for the firebolt?
Yeah, I did.
And then, so is this a bonus action spell?
Yes.
Okay. And firebolt's cantrip, correct?
Yes. Okay.
All right. Cool. All right. So what's the range of that spell?
60.
Okay. So yeah, Necra and Kellum are within reach.
Okay. Can the hands appear next to each one there?
Yeah.
The zombies near them. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna have them attack those. So as soon as I find where the button is.
Gotcha.
Okay. Alright, for the one near Kellum, that's a 12. That misses.
And misses, yes.
And the other one near Necron, that's a 24.
That's a hit.
Is 8 force damage.
Oh, 8 force damage?
Yeah. Spiritual weapon is force damage.
Alright, so the hand comes and crushes the skeletal warrior and leaves nothing but bone and cloth.
Oh, that one's prone, so actually I'm supposed to roll that
No.
with advantage. No,
the one I thought you said. Oh, I thought you were doing it backwards, or I was doing it. Kellum first and then Necra. Were you doing Necra first and then Kellum?
No, it was Kellum first. But I should have rolled that attack with advantage, the 12.
Ah, okay. Because it's
it
a
was
melee
prone.
attack. A melee attack on a prone individual. Yes, go for it.
Okay. Let's see. Let's roll it. Okay,
Um,
25.
No, because it's rolling twice there. So it's it's 14 plus 7 or 18 plus 7.
Mhm.
So you already rolled once to attack it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm going to take the 14, but a 14 plus 7 is
It's
a hit.
21.
Yeah. So that's a hit.
Alright, roll that damage.
Roll the
5
damage.
force.
5 force. It smashes on the skeleton, but doesn't quite crush it. But definitely damages it heavily.
Okay, good enough. Alright, that's my turn.
All right. So 2 blue glowing hands form near you, Kellum and Necra, smashing down on the skeleton warriors in front of you. Necra, the one in front of you, is crushed. And Kellum, the one that's near you, is nearly destroyed. That being said, it is their turn. The one near you, Kellum, stands up and 5, 10, has just enough movement to get next to you. It will swing its short sword at you again. Hopefully get another crit before it dies. An 18, not quite a crit.
Nope, but that does hit. Meets it, beats it.
All right. 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't know. I need to figure out how to get off of that. It used not to do that, and now it is doing that. So yeah. But anyhow.
Oh, like that's for later. That's not a big deal right now.
Yeah. I was like, the 2 zombies down here. 2 there. The bear rushes forward to here, but is unable to do anything else. But the 2 skeletal warriors have short bows, and they target you, Kellum, with their short bows. A 19?
Whiff. Damn it.
Hits.
3 piercing.
Okay.
And an 11.
Whiff.
Oof.
Yeah. Good thing the 11 missed, because it was 7 points of damage. But that one missed.
Oh, I thought the 11 was damage.
No,
that misses.
19 with 19 with 3 points of damage and an 11 that with 7 points of damage. So the 11 misses. Right. So you just take the 3.
Yep. All right. Cool. Good.
Okay. You're like, you started getting silent there, and I'm like, oh, don't worry. I'm not dead yet. Alrighty. So outside of the two skeletons that are in the back, and the two skeletal warriors that are riding on the bear. There's just the one skeletal warrior that's at you, Kellen. That being said, Necra, it is your turn.
Alright, so... I'm gonna swap to
Yeah.
use the 4 directions fire.
Okay. All right.
And only have... No. Hang on a second. No, radiant.
Okay. Radiant. All right. Sounds good.
Aim for the bear.
Yep. I kind of figured once you pulled out the big boy that you were shooting at the bear. All right. Go for it. And is that a crit?
Yes, it is.
All right. So just roll the damage as normal. So that's 10 piercing damage. So that would have been 10. Oh, wow. Because it's a D8 plus 3. Okay, so that's 17 damage. Big boy. Shooting at the just bear. From the. All right, go for it. A normal shot. Is that a crit? Okay.
Yes, it is.
17. And then full damage would be another 16 to that.
And it's radiant.
All right. So, and then making it radiant. How much hit points does this thing have? Oh my gosh.
Please,
so,
did I...
Necra pulls back the bow, looks down the shaft, and says, "Take this." Fires the arrow, hits right in the eye. You see the head of this undead bear explode into evisceration and radiant energy, and crumble to the ground with its momentum going another 15 feet and crashing into a pile with the other skeletons. The two skeletons that are riding it kind of wither and fall as the bear dies in its last moments. There is no groan. There is no noise. Everything falls silent. One shot, one kill. The assassin has done its job. Well, Necra, you, as a DM, you suck. Alright. Man, right place, right time. Everybody gets a point of inspiration if you have if you've used it.
Man, I should have used it.
I like to retroactively use my point of inspiration.
I know, right? I'd like to retcon that. So, with your inspiration, Kellum, you can kill the last skeleton that's here.
The one that's on the table I can use to just like, he dies out of sympathy for his bear.
You're just like, you're just like, hell yeah, or whatever, and hit the skeleton and it falls dead, just out of, reaction, so we'd say you spend your reaction and that tabled point there and inspiration and kill that skeleton. That one. There are two skeletons approaching you. Necra, is there anything else that you want to do outside of kill my zombie war bear in one shot?
Alright, let's see.
I mean, dadgummit, man.
Up that. That's
That's good.
so it's double movement.
Yeah, it was like 66 points of damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did a lot.
Yeah, it was already 33 points of radiant damage because it was radiant damage to an undead creature.
20, 30,
He's like, I'm making sure.
30.
You get the number. Oh, are you counting up?
Yeah,
Movement.
Movement. I got you. Okay. I'm gonna move you back one because of the terrain and jumping over the wall.
oh, I counted the terrain already.
Oh, all right. My bad. Got it. Thank you.
Double
I
over the
appreciate
wall and then
Yeah, the
Or-
bed there. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. That was a surprise.
Yeah. You
So I got
surprised
my
me.
hands on a white arrow.
Don't forget you have to go and retrieve that.
Yes.
Yeah, you do have to go retrieve it and such. So, but,
Oh, definitely.
oh, definitely. Yeah, that is the one. That one arrow that you're definitely going to want to hold on to during this
Oh, yeah.
part of the campaign. As evident of this one shot, it had to be a critical hit, but yes,
You know, just to show off how good this item is, you know?
right. Pulls it out in first use. Crit. Banthor, as Necra has taken the MVP for the session.
Yo. Definitely.
I mean, Kellum was racking them up there, but yeah.
I mean, I had help too. There was some crits that were avoided.
Yeah, but you were definitely like, you were the target of attention, and you taking some damage, and you were doing what you were supposed to be doing, tanking the hits and taking out stuff.
Yeah.
And
We're all playing our part. I'm supporting, he's
Absolutely.
tanking, and
DPS over here.
yep, Necro's just one shot, one kill.
Yeah. All right. Banthor, what you got for us? There's 2 skeletons coming up the road. It almost seems anticlimactic.
Now they have to stand.
There's some 80 to 90 feet away from you.
Are the 2 in the bear still alive?
No, they died with the bear.
Okay, the X's are not there, so I wasn't wondering.
Yeah. I had made that as a picture to group them all together, so I can't put an X on it. So blah blah blah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, but it is dead. One shot.
just takes down 3.
One
3
shot,
for the
3
price of
kills.
1.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And I was thinking, we might
One
be,
turn
running a little late, for this combat. No.
Nope, not at all.
Yeah. Yes.
You beat
What
me
you
to
got
it,
for us?
Necro.
Now we just got to clean up.
As a bonus action, I'm just going to, mouth closed, eyes wide open, just look at Necra. And then just
I don't think
compose
you-
myself.
That's a free action. I
Hell.
don't think you need a bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm willing to burn a bonus action just to.
There you
that's
go.
how
Just like
surprised
to,
I was.
make it a long, damn.
Oh my
Okay.
god. Shake my head, compose myself. And,
No wonder they call you the hunter or hunter. What's our title? Huntress?
Yep.
And I'll,
Huntress of the Grove.
split damage
Title
between
war.
the last 2 left
Okay.
with an Eldritch Blast.
All right. We'll start with the closest one. Go for it. A green bolt of energy
Nice.
flies out of your hand and misses entirely.
He's still in awe.
And he's
Yeah,
like,
I'm
you
still
don't want
looking
to.
at her this whole time. Just,
Yeah, you're still just like, really? I mean, did its head just explode? Wow. And it's almost like, I'm glad I'm not that bear. You're in awe and almost feared. Anything with your movement or anything?
Nah, I'll stay put.
All right, Kellum.
All right.
You see the bear crumble into a pile with the other skeletal remains, and you were thinking, well, maybe it wasn't going to be that hard to kill. And then you see that the head is missing entirely, and okay.
Kellum is taking mental notes of what has inspired here and how different everybody's abilities are. He is first off, he's going to do a bonus action for some potion, and let's see, 4d4. Was 4d4 going to equal 16
4d4?
plus 4?
What potion you taking?
A potion of greater healing. I have 2 of them with me, and that'll bring me, if we're doing potions, is full heal, right? Full
as a bonus action, you roll. As a full action,
you get the full.
I would advise, this is the end of the combat session. So I would either hold off and use spells, or use lesser potions.
Yeah. I was just thinking I'm at 17 right now, but I don't have to deal with the bear now.
Yeah. You got these 2 guys that y'all could easily deal with at range. So
yeah. What is the range?
So
120 foot.
Yeah. So you're within Eldridge.
Yeah. All right. So the first one right here.
Yeah.
That's an
Miss.
8.
Another
then,
green bolt flies past its head. It jeers at you.
Yeah. So I'll go for the second one there.
All right.
Booyah.
25 crit. You can roll your damage or not, but it explodes in a large green explosion as bones and stuff fly. Roll perception, Kellum.
Okay.
And Banthor. And Banthor as well.
And Banthor. Would I be on disadvantage for daylight right now?
Yeah, technically, yes.
Okay. Yep. 5.
Okay. All right. Okie dokie. I'm just not, you don't notice, either one of you will notice anything out of the ordinary. Action, movement. Did you want to use a potion on your bonus action, or you want to hold on?
I'll hold on to it.
All right. Do you want to move any, or?
I think I'm good right here.
Okay. Ashura.
Alright, Ashura will throw a firebolt at the last one.
Okay.
See if she can hit.
Yeah, there's 2 skeletons there. Neither one of them have been hit.
Nope, you cannot. With a 9.
Oh, wait a second. Sorry. One of them has been eviscerated.
Yeah, no.
And one of them was hit. Okay. 9, that's a mess.
I'm going to use my inspiration and roll that again.
All
right, there we go. That's a crit.
All right, and the other one goes up in a ball of flame as a firebolt hits it and is crumbled to the ground. Ashura and Necra roll perception.
Okay.
Can I guidance myself with this one?
No.
Oh.
You have to know that it's happening.
All right. Just asking.
Yep. I'm just allowing a roll. There you go.
Let's see, where's one? Nope, not that one. Not that one. There it is.
Did you?
Nope.
There you
I
go.
don't see a
Oscar.
thing.
All right. Nectar, you see something shiny fly off from this last zombie that was skeleton warrior that was hit. More shiny than normal. Everything else has been dull metal, but this is shiny metal. You don't know what it is, but you just saw something shiny. And with that, combat has come to an end, and you've killed all my. You killed my bear, man. I was gonna do some. I was gonna do some messed up stuff with this bear, but you
I'm
one
glad
shotted
it's
my bear.
gone then.
You one shotted my bear.
You one-turned him.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. One turn. My bear. All right. Anyhow, I'll stop messing about my bar.
Hmm.
Instead of one punch man, it's a one shot punch. Yeah.
Necra, I assume you want to go over and retrieve your arrow.
That one and the two I
And the
launched,
shiny.
the other ones. And yeah, then I'm gonna hunt the shiny because
Okay.
You said a couple times the short swords were being used by these zombies.
Yeah. There's some short swords and daggers, kitchen knives, things like that. They're of low quality, but they can be used. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There are 10 rusty short swords and 4 rusty daggers.
And
Okay.
two of them were the two on the bears were using short bow.
They also have 2 weathered short bows. Or weak. You can weak or weathered.
Weak
I
with it.
can't
Okay.
use them, but like Vampire might be able to use short bow if he wanted.
Yeah, so, anybody want any of those before Kellen collects them up and puts them into a bundle to take back to the village later?
Yeah.
I don't
Nope.
think
I
we've
can't
raised-
can't make use of any of them, and I already have daggers. So.
Right. That's a no from Ashura. Banthor?
What is a short bow considered? Like
Because of the
any
type
kind
of elf, the elf you are proficient with short and long bows, so you could use it if you want.
Not showing on my proficiencies, unless it's a simple weapon.
What type? You're a wood elf.
No.
Yeah.
Weapons. Yeah. It's
You have
Yeah, you're
weapon,
proficient. I see
you
it.
have weapon elf training, which gives you proficiency with long bow, short bows, long swords, and short swords. So
Yeah.
it's an innate thing.
Oh, okay.
So-
Yeah, it's not showing on proficiencies for some reason.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I'll
if
take a
you
short
see, underneath your
Racial
passive,
traits.
underneath your passive perception, you see armor and weapons, tools and languages on their weapons, longbows, long sword, scimitar, short sword, simple weapons. So yeah. And I guess the short bow is considered a simple weapon, I believe.
Yes, it is. It is a simple weapon. Bows are. Long bow is a martial weapon.
With that, you find 7 weak arrows, or you can get some from Necra, but there's 7 arrows there that are weak. And basically, weak means that they cannot crit.
Okay.
So these
can't use-
weapons they're usable, but they can't crit.
All right.
Okay. And what do I need to do to recover the arrows? Because I fired 3 of them so far.
Okay. Just give me a survival check or investigation.
I can help.
Or well, no,
You-
investigation. Let's see. What would? Let me look at.
I think survival, because she's tracking down her arrows.
Yeah, I think survival would be fine. Perception to spot things,
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
So either survival or perception. And was that a 28? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. 15. Okay, so it takes you a few rounds, a few minutes, basically to find the last arrow. But you're able to find the one, the radiant arrow quickly, and then the first ones fairly quick. But the last one takes a moment.
Okay.
So take you 5 minutes or so before you're able to move off to any other project.
Okay, and then after that, see if I can track that shiny thing.
Gotcha. All right.
Shiny.
Kellum, you go around picking up short swords and short bow. Banthor looks at the bow and the arrows and says, "Well, if nothing else, I could use those." And you collect the other ones and put them in a pile to be stored for later retrieval. There is armor on the bear and a saddle on the bear as well.
That saddle could be useful. Well, and the armor. So yeah, might as well collect those two.
The once you take it off of the bear, and also it's very hard to be within 30 feet of this bear. It's a large carcass that is has been degrading over time. It seems to have stopped fully decomposing until it died, and now it's like a seething mass of flesh as it's
more than
quickly decomposing in front of your eyes and such. That being said, you pull away the armor and a few pieces of weaponry. The armor will have to be refashioned. Some of the straps are gone, destroyed, broken, misclassed, and some pieces are missing and such. But that being said, it shouldn't take much work to put it in working order. It seems to be in really good condition considering everything else you've seen is rusted.
Mm-hmm. We can definitely take it back to the grove and try to fix it up either in the tree at the workshop or take it to the blacksmith.
Yep.
See what he can do with it.
Either way, it seems to be very well made armor that is only slightly damaged and slightly rusty and such. So, all right. You want to spend a few minutes talking about what you want to do here, and then we'll wrap it up.
Well, what about the shiny?
Oh, give me a perception, Necra.
13.
13? Okay. There's a short sword that is gleaming silver. Not silver, but has the silver shine to it. It is composed of a strong ore and doesn't have, isn't marked with any shows of time or anything like that. It doesn't have much ornate scrawling or anything like that, but the hilt is well made, and they did take time making this dagger. Or short sword.
Short sword.
Sorry, short sword.
Okay. Looks fancy. Everything else we've seen out of these things, aside from that barding, is in not wonderful condition. So I'm going to take it directly to Ash.
Okay. Okay.
Cool. All right.
So Necra comes up to you, bearing a shiny, gleaming short sword, seemingly out of place amongst the rubble and rust.
All right. I'll take a look at it. I have a once a day identifier to just straight up see if it's magic, or I can try to arcana it first, see if it's worth.
Generally speaking, you might want to arcana it first, just to see if it's, and then,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
So you can get
All right,
advantage on it.
Yes.
So I'm gonna arcana with guidance, because I know
right.
I'm doing it.
Because you're doing it. That first one was a 1.
I know. I'm glad for the advantage.
Okay.
16.
So with the 16, you definitely tell that this is a well-crafted short sword that has, if not has magical, has the potential to have magical properties.
All right.
The ore and the time take to make this and such.
Right.
That being said, it probably isn't very strong. There's not a lot of there's no runes or any stones or anything like that, so it doesn't have a lot of power. But that it's well made with with good materials.
I share that information. All of that. What you just said.
What I just said. Gotcha.
I do say this is.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I could say so. You could use your identify if you want, or you can figure out what you'll want to do from there.
We still got the rest of the day, and we might come up with something we actually need to check. So I'm gonna hold off on the identify at least until we're gonna go for a rest. That way, if we don't run into anything else, then I think, and Asha will share that with Necra. This does have magic potential to be infused with magic. If we don't run into anything else that we need to check out, I can tell you more later.
That's fine.
Say it does radiate magic?
Yes, slightly. Like it's given that feeling of magic. If you want to detect,
you want me to detect magic on it?
Yeah, she's not entirely 100%, but
you can detect magic on it to see if it gives an aura of magic. We can certainly do that. He can ritual cast that.
If you'd like to spend the 10 minutes to do the ritual cast while other people are scavenging and such, getting ready to check out the rest of the place.
Kellum is going to, when Ashura has a moment, Kellum's going to walk up to her. The spell you cast before we entered into this little area here, is that essentially responsible for a couple of those deflections that happened? strikes
She
that
kinda
should
look-
have. Go ahead.
Go ahead, finish what you're saying.
Okay. There were a few strikes that I was not quite sure how they deflected. They should have opened me up quite well.
Perhaps fate was not ready for you to receive those strikes. And with that, she kind of like waves her arm, kind of like, when she says fate, and the bracers show, and she just does that. Perhaps someone's watching out for you.
Well, in any case, I believe we've all grown more powerful since our last adventure. I'm grateful for that. And being that he received no direct answer, he's also not giving a direct thanks, but it's undertone.
Yeah. I think it's an unspoken thing between them right now.
Yes. Because they're still that, like, we hate each other still. It's like,
it's like, yeah.
yeah, nobody can hurt you except for me, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When we save the village, then we can kill each other.
Yes.
Yeah. And while this moment is happening, happen to tap Callum on the shoulder and just... It's alright. We'll figure this out eventually.
I heard you had a visitor in your house the other night.
You are Kellum. You suddenly feel a rush of energy, and you are healed for 5 points.
Oh, ooh. Where did it come from? Where did I feel it coming from?
Shoulder.
You felt it shortly after. You felt it shortly after Necra touched you.
Oh. Huh. Okay. Yeah, Kellum has some internal thoughts right now. I don't know how
There's
to...
a lot going on.
Yeah. It's like, there's a Shura's got new spells and then used it all up to protect him, and then now Necra, who's like, survival archer, that he suddenly has healing capability.
Well, Ranger.
Oh yeah, Ranger, technically, yeah.
And
Her connection with the tree has given her healing capability.
Yes.
With a grove,
The-
more.
Kellum, outwardly, Kellum will express this all with the following words.
Yeah.
It seems, since we've all come together with the tree, that our powers are growing exponentially and in unexpected and unique ways. I believe that even if after this adventure, or perhaps the next one that we are aware of, for the dragons, or the dragon eggs, we should all continue working together. It seems to be a great benefit to us all individually and to our village.
Mm-hmm.
And perhaps you and I are sure will find better ways of dealing with our disagreements in the future.
That I can agree with you. It may take time, but I think we can come to an understanding.
At the very least, I know that you, while I may disagree with some of your methods and what you're willing and not willing to do, at the very least, we both agree that the village, or the grove, is priority, and that all of our actions should be geared towards, or aimed towards, its benefit. And as long as we both have that motivation, I think we will find ways of overcoming our differences.
Agreed. Plus, it'll make Banthor a lot happier.
Yes.
I'm grinning ear to ear now. Like it's not a smirk. I'm full on beaming smile.
Kellum will return to collecting what he can, putting it together in his backpack, and I guess at some point Kellum will go ahead and scout out the actual farmhouse down there that we were planning on stashing and set up a forward operating camp in.
Okay. So when y'all look at Banthor, in the background you see doves flying and rainbows and such. It's a moment, when Banthor just like, my disciples are following my way. Thank you. Yes. Anyhow, I'm not putting words in his mouth or anything. I'm just being funny. That big enemy.
Banthor already thinks he's above all of us. He's like,
don't be that. Necra, you did notice when you were in that one farmhouse that pretty much everything in here is rubble.
Okay.
You're pretty assured that you're not going to find anything of use in here, outside of boards and some cloth from the bed, some bedding material from these beds that are in the houses and such. Brick and loose rubble, but really no items or things like that. From the glance that you were there and running through that one building and such. That being said, you could spend time going through the rubble, but that's going to be more of an arduous task. Kellum gathers his resources that he's found, the weapons, and his new fondness for his companions and their strengths, and heads towards the large farmhouse on the hill. Banthor, you finish your spell, and you could tell that this short sword is indeed magical and has magical properties. It has enchantment, and it is also has a necrotic aura about it. And the barding for the bear is also magical and has a necrotic aura about it.
What on the bear?
The barding, the armor.
The armor.
Okay.
It has a necrotic aura.
When Wade has enchantment magic with some sort of faint necrotic aura on it, and then I offer it back up to Ashura.
How long is the detect magic?
10 minutes.
10 minutes? All right.
It does. I'll take the sword back and then go to Necro. Do you want to hold on to this, or you want me to hold on to this to study it more for later?
Why don't you study it more for later?
Okay.
The Necra and Kellum have started moving towards the manor house. We'll just call it that for right now. And the four of you. Go ahead.
Two quick things. So I do have molder, so I can, if we're making a stash to put away our stuff, I can make a hole where we can put it down and make a marking where only we can recognize where it is. That way, even if someone comes through, they won't be able to take anything from us. Because it'll be hidden.
Let's pull up some of the floorboards and do it underneath the floorboards do your spell there, and then put the floorboards back on top as well.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. And Moldorf also lets me clear rubble or difficult terrain. So if anybody wants to look through rubble, she can help move that stuff around. So it wouldn't take as long to dig through.
Might be worth doing. I don't know if we want to do that before we go to City Hall.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, if we come
yeah,
across stuff we want to look through rubble, she can
Yeah.
basically just
I was sitting here
bend it out of the
thinking
way.
there might be gold in these houses, but it's all buried. But maybe they were emptied out before they fell into pieces. I don't know.
We'll never
But yeah,
know.
I kind of want to do it, but also it's like there's no indication that it's worth it.
Right.
Hmm.
If we get any type of hints that something's worth looking through, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's all I wanted to put in there for the G.
Yeah, well,
Question for the DM.
Yes.
There was something we failed to perceive when we killed that first skeleton thing. As we were walking by it, would I have picked up on it if it was magical?
So basically what I did is just had 2 chances to find that. So I moved it from one zombie. I since y'all failed miserably, I just moved the chance to find the short sword to the second one.
Gotcha.
So there was no other item. I just gave you another chance. That's all. And it's like, okay, the A team missed. Let's try the B team. So that I
Right.
just moved it over. So there is no other item. So yeah. All right. But that being said, when you approach the manor house or get inside, you do notice that in the bedroom area, underneath the ground, the floor, and such, is something that radiates with magical energy. You can't tell exactly what it is from the distance. It's like you can barely make it out. There's almost too much dirt and stuff between you.
Ooh.
Way out to the group. Something's magical here. Something very faint in this direction.
And he points straight down.
And Ashra points straight down too, and then mold earth to push it up.
Okay. So after you move the floorboards away, you find that there's a little trap door basically right there, and you move that to the side. You use the mold earth and move away 1.5 feet or so of dirt, almost 2 feet, and in a pile wrapped and leathers and such that are decaying and so forth. Sitting on a destroyed shield and rusted armor is a gleaming gold and silver battle axe that radiates enchantment and has a faint necrotic aura about it. There is also a helmet that radiates that is made of a dark metal with silver inlay, or I want to say piping, but scrolling and such on it. So it's like dark metal with silver scrolling. Is a magical helmet that has enchantment on it, as well as a faint necrotic aura.
I relay that to the group.
Okay. And the shield and the armor that are there are rusted and broken and decayed. So useless.
Battle axe and a helm. Both giving enchantment and necrotic.
You can tell that the battle axe is more special than the short sword. So there's something, there's more enchantment magic in it than the short sword is.
Okay. Do we want Ashra to go ahead and try to identify one of these, or do we still want to hold off in case we come across more things?
Well, this is the end of the session, so I mean, we can camp here or set up here. You know, so give more time to look at the whole place. It could give you, you know, that way if you wanted to take a rest and then, you know, go on. Not to tell y'all what to do or, you know, what and stuff, but you could use that and then have your identify for the next day, so forth. So,
right.
Yeah, I think we go and set up camp.
Yeah, let's. Because we are pretty much scouting, finding a spot to stash things. So yeah, I think we take a rest then.
Yeah.
Good.
So I will identify and I'll twin it because I can do that because I still have points left. So I'm going to twin it and do the axe and the sword.
The cheese goes with my wine. I don't want. But yeah, I'll allow that. All right. So this is a +2 battle axe.
Okay.
That does always does critical damage to beast. It's a beast hunter. Beast hunter's battle axe.
Beast hunter's battle axe. Okay. Always does critical.
The beast
is a
yeah.
+2. All right, that looks like something for Kellum.
All right, yeah, Kellum. We'll finish this up real quick. So it is cursed.
Oh, well, wait, maybe not for Kellum. Okay.
And the helm, the helmet, and we'll just talk about this real quick, and then we're going to wrap up. The helmet is a helmet of true seeing.
True seeing. Okay.
Up to 15 feet. True sight.
Is it also?
And it is also cursed.
Jesus.
This is what this faint necrotic aura is that is on the item. On both items. So you can only assume that anything with a faint necrotic item aura is going to be cursed. And so far, and you cannot tell what the curse is. And I don't do the, you can't take it off curse. That's the stupidest curse I've ever freaking heard in my life. So when I curse items, I give them fun curses. So have fun. Curses can be removed. Items can be cleansed. Things like that. So, but you only know the curse until you remove it, which doesn't really matter, or when you attune to the item, which then it really matters.
All right. Well, I know what spell I'm going for next when we level up. But yeah, she'll relay that to the group about the battle axe and the helm.
And the presumed information about the sword.
Yeah, I mean, I asked for the sword, but he gave me the helm, so I don't know.
Oh, the sword.
Yeah, I said the axe and the sword, but you went with the helm. I was like,
the short sword is a +1 short sword, and you also know what the helm is. I'll just give it to you since I made the mistake.
So just a +1, nothing, no curse, no negative.
Well, it is also cursed.
Okay,
Yes.
that's also cursed. All right. Okay, so she shares all of that. All of these are cursed. We're going to assume that everything here is cursed. And I cannot. My magic is not strong enough to tell what the curse do, so there's a risk of using these.
I'd say we just put them in the stash for now and take them back to the grove later, and perhaps someone there can remove the curse.
Yes, I would agree. We'll add those to the stash and set up for a rest.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty. XP.
Yes.
Wardens 750, and non-wardens 1,000.
Whoop-whoop.
And you feel the wardens. You feel like a stronger connection to the tree as well.
Okay. Do we get to hit the short rest button?
I believe
You can, yes.
Is it a short
But-
rest or are we taking a long rest?
Well, I mean, technically, we take the long rest and such, but you can, yeah, you can go ahead and long rest if you'd like.
Long rest? Okay.
Well,
I thought
technically-
long rest was gonna be like that's several days, but what we're doing here is just supposed to be like really short.
yeah. Right now, we will just take a short rest,
Okay.
and when we come back, we'll talk about the mechanics of taking a long rest.
Right.
That being said, we got to talk about when next game is real quick before we get off.
Ooh, excuse me. Mm-hmm.
I believe
Today's
it's-
the 30th.
The 14th.
That would sound appropriate. Yep.
Tell them real quick before you go, what's your XP right now? Because I made a boo-boo.
Give me one
I'll
second
make
to
it
get to that page. It didn't roll the hit die. There we go. So 8 yield. Okay. My XP is at 9145.
Yeah, we should have the same amount of XP.
Yeah, you and I should. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any questions, comments, snide remarks?
No, I think we're good.
Yeah.
Alright.
I think it's all good. Guys, I'm gonna go and jump off of Discord, run the Twitch outro. I got guests, so I gotta get going pretty quick here. So great game. Appreciate it, guys. We'll see y'all next week.
Thank you,
In 2
sir.
weeks.
Yeah, in 2 weeks. Yeah,
See
that's
you
right.
in 2 weeks.
All right.
Right now.
You guys take care.
But
All right. Thank you all for watching today. We will be back. I'll be back tomorrow. Some X4. Tomorrow evening. Thursday, another D&D campaign with Jim Knight as the GM. And then this Saturday is the next Fallout campaign. So look forward to that this coming week. And until next time, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.